So we have the most amazing team of story producers. I've personally trained them myself, and these are people like me who love people, love to be curious about people, and love stories. So our process begins with a personalized planning session where you will meet one-on-one with your story producer. And really, that's where we're going to create the roadmap of your story. What's it about? Who's it for? Why is it important? And even build out the chapters in that planning session. And it's from those chapter discussions that we're going to build questions for our future recording sessions. And we schedule your recording time, ask you questions, and let you just, again, bring that story out in a very natural, conversational sort of a way. But an added piece that we do, which is, I think, different than what most people are used to, is we do a recording session followed by a listening session. And the listening session is unique because not many people like to hear their own voice, especially when they're in that flow state of speaking and that vulnerability comes out and maybe even emotions come out. They criticize the way they say and you know, and the way that I kind of giggle. But we're with them listening to what we just recorded. And there's something remarkable that happens. That's truly when they connect to their story, the importance of their story, and to themselves in a way that I don't think they've ever done before. And then after that listening session is over, we've taken notes, and then we discuss it. What did you like? What stood out? Where could be some areas to fill that came to you? But the takeaway for them is always one of, man, that was me. That was really me. I don't think I've ever spoken that openly and honestly with someone before. And that's the piece to me, that it's speaking and hearing for both of us. And it's that connection. Once we go through the recordings and listenings, we then finish with a what's next, kind of the next stage of the handoff. It's kind of like a baton being passed. And that goes on to writing coaches and editors to take the work that we've done and start to add the polish to eventually become the finished manuscript. The people that we love to work with the most are people who have been told, maybe for decades, you need to write a book. And they can see themselves doing it. They can see themselves publishing it. They just can't imagine starting it and finishing it. And so for those people, that first draft feels like a huge mountain to climb. And those are the people that we love to go on that mountain trek with them. And we do it in a powerful, authentic, and efficient way. Because what we do is we eliminate the feeling of time being an issue. We really try to capture that true voice and that energy. And at the end of the day, I think about investment. It's time, energy, and money. The money, to us, is a speed to profit. It's helping you move closer to that finished product that, for some people, take them months, years, maybe never. But what we can do in months and years, we can do in weeks and even days. So it's this feeling of accomplishment and fulfillment for people. Again, the first draft is what we specialize in. But it sets them on a course towards completion that now feels real. The vision and the dream feels like it's within reach. So the timeline for our work to create the first draft really varies depending upon calendars and schedules. But for the most part, the planning session and that first recording we can do in that first week together. The listening session we tend to do maybe a day or two after. So imagine that a first draft project is about 5 to 6 recordings. So think of it in terms of weeks. We record on a Monday, listen on a Thursday, and then we just replicate that until we're through that last chapter. So all in all, like I said, our project could be done in weeks. I love to do in-person projects where literally we can get it done in a weekend. And we meet, I get to bring in a bunch of questions, hit record, and we just spend hours telling stories. So for the purpose of the partnership, it's done virtually, but I would say on average it's anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, and you have your first draft done.